Good morning. Hello. How are you all? Animal Crossing Mornings with Gary, the show that simply refuses to die. Um, it's definitely, I think, kind of generally on its way out, and at least in terms of as a regular thing. If you remember, people that have been here a long time will remember. Um, that I used to stream this show every single morning, every day, literally every day, 7 days a week. I didn't miss. I was very proud that I had this unbroken streak of like not missing a single day, because it really was good therapy for me when the lockdown first started. This is kind of how I got through it all, and it helped me immensely. And it helped me kind of get my day off to a good start every day, playing Animal Crossing and hanging out with all of you fine people. Really. Did help. It was just good emotional therapy for me. Helped me, get my day off to a good start every day, which I really appreciated. That was great. I liked that a lot. Um, and then Animal Crossing Mornings, of course, gave birth to Animal Talking. Animal Talking was invented on an episode of Animal Crossing Mornings. That's how it came about. And then as Animal Talking became more of a thing. I had less and less time to do Animal Crossing morning, so it became kind of more of like a weekend thing. Um, and then I stopped kind of doing it almost completely. And now I just kind of do it whenever I feel like it, which maybe that's fine. Um, and now we have this new show. We have this third show. I've got a couple of things. We're going to jump over to the island in a minute, just so you know what we're doing this morning. One of our guests for our big upcoming show. Don't forget, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, July 23rd. It's my birthday coming up this week. It's my birthday on Tuesday. So, what a way to celebrate my birthday week than with this really, really cool show that we have coming up. Brie Larson, of course, will be joining us. Super duper excited about that. Dr. Lupo, of course, anyone who spends any time on Twitch needs no introduction to Dr. Lupo. Frisk, one of my favorite streamers, will be joining us also, and Kenny Fong, our musical guest, of course, the composer of our wonderful Animal Talking theme music, will be here, and he's going to be bringing some really really cool stuff. Um, so that's we're very excited about that. And in a moment, Frisk is going to be joining me. She's going to be jumping into the Discord and coming over to the island to do a little set visit. Basically, we do this with every guest. This is a behind the scenes process that we go through with every single guest. Dr. Lupo is going to do it this week. Bree is coming over to do it this week. They come over. We do a Discord sound check to make sure that they have good equipment, that we're getting good audio from them, that we can hear them clearly, that their connection is good. We do everything we can to try to anticipate and mitigate and preempt any technical problems that we might have on the live show. If you watch the live show, of course, you know that we have limited success with that. And no matter what, we try everything we can to prepare, and yet all kinds of technical problems still slip through the net on the day of the show. But we do our best. And then when someone has their own Animal Crossing character, which that's what we prefer. We love it when Sting and Kevin Smith and big guests like that come on the show. But people like that often don't have their own Animal Crossing characters. We create one for them and we control it remotely for them here. But on this show, we're going back to the origins of the show. Every single guest on Thursday night's show is an Animal Crossing player who will be bringing their own Animal Crossing character to the island. Brie, of course, recently started her own YouTube channel where she's streaming her own Animal Crossing content. She's big, 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 big into Animal Crossing, huge fan. And so I'm going to be really excited to talk to her about Animal Crossing and her new channel. Dr. Lupo, of course, plays. Frisk, of course, plays. And even Kenny plays. So no puppets. So Leah and Adam and Kate and the people that I usually rely on to create and control avatars for people that don't have their own can take the week off because everyone's bringing their own character to the party this week, which is great. I love that. Um, and when we do have characters come to the island, bring their own character to the island, there's an additional technical stage that we go through where, in addition to just doing the Discord sound check, we also ask them to do a set visit and a pre-interview where they come to the island. Well, we do the pre-interview as part of the Discord sound check anyway. But when you're physically coming to the island in game, we also like to bring your character over to the island to visit the set. I give you a little backstage run through, explain to you how it all works. If you watch the show, you mostly know how it works, but there's a little bit of behind the scenes stuff that I need to talk our guests through as well, just so that they understand how it works. And there's a couple of additional technical steps that we ask them to go through as well. All things that we've learned through having done the show for a while now. We've gotten pretty good at anticipating all the different things that could possibly go wrong. They still go wrong all the time. If you saw even last week's show, you'll have seen some of the things that can go wrong on the show. Let's drop that image. We don't need that up anymore. That reminds me, before Frisk is going to be joining us in just a few moments. Before that, I just want to get a couple of quick plugs in. We do have this new show, which I'm really excited about. Like I said, Animal Crossing Mornings is probably going to become a whenever we feel like doing it kind of show. But we do have this new show that we just launched this past week that we're really excited about, a new Animal Crossing show called Dungeon Crossing. I'm dropping the link into the chat right now. Please do go check it out. This is in the same way that Animal Crossing Mornings begat Animal Talking, so too does Animal Talking now beget Dungeon Crossing, where Cypher, a very excellent streamer who was on our special charity episode that we did several weeks ago, is a expert DM Dungeons and Dragons player, and she has a very popular Dungeons and Dragons channel, stream, podcast that she participates in called Rivals of Waterdeep. And in the interview, I mentioned to her that I had never played Dungeons and Dragons, or always wanted to. She said, "Oh, let me teach you." And we actually ended up doing that inside Animal Crossing. And in the same way that I converted my Animal Crossing house basement into a talk show set, she has now quite brilliantly converted her Animal Crossing basement into a rather wonderful Dungeons and Dragons room with a table and chairs and all kinds of it actually looks like a dungeon. It's really, really cool. And it's basically me, Shannon Woodward, Adam Nickerson, and Brian Gray are all learning how to play Dungeons and Dragons, and Cypher is teaching us. And we do it all inside the Animal Crossing universe. And it's really, really fun. Dungeon Crossing is our new show. We just launched it last week, the pilot episode. Again, I just dropped the link into the chat there. Please come check it out. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. The first episode's been really, really popular. So we're going to do another one. Next Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific, we'll be all back doing another show live. We created a little party called the Order of the Sunfish, and we're just about to go. We created our characters, and we're about to go on our first adventure in episode 2. So really excited about that. I hope you will join us for more of that. If you happened to miss our most recent episode tomorrow, oh my God, why is the audio playing? If you happen to miss our most recent episode of Animal Talking, which was a really, really good one, starring we had wonderful guests: Josh Gad, Matthew Mercer, Alex Winter, musical guests Cavetown and Tessa Violet. There's that show dropping some amazing new music. There's the link in the chat. Please go check that out. And in general, I would ask you, if you haven't yet, please do, because we're really trying to, my big thing is I really want to try and grow the YouTube channel and get more people subscribing to it, because we have all kinds of cool stuff going on over there. We have Animal Crossing Mornings, we have Animal Talking, now we have Dungeon Crossing. So we have 3, it's like a whole Animal Crossing TV network happening over on youtube.com/GWitter. Really, really happy with what we're very slowly building over there. We've got about 20-something thousand subscribers. My big stupid dream is I'd love to get to 100,000 and force YouTube to give me that silver play button. I would love that. Brie, of course, because she's super famous, launched her channel like a week ago and has already got her play button because she's got so many fans. I mean, I'm not Captain Marvel. I don't have an Oscar. I get it. That's fair enough. She had a leg up. Much more famous than I am. It's it's a slower process for me, but I am trying to get there. Thank you very much, Nightbot, and thank you, Miss Envy, for triggering the Nightbot command that brings my YouTube channel up. So you can click on it right now, hit that subscribe button, jingle jangle that bell, do whatever you got to do to join the club. I don't know what we're going to call it, but LOG is what we have over here. But just be a subscriber. That it's not difficult. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I promise we will reward those clicks with all kinds of wonderful content. Very excited about that. The other thing, of course, is let me see here what's going on here. The other thing that happened this week that I'm really very much into is the new kind of funny Xcast, KFX, the official. It's been a long time coming. The official Xbox, well, not official, but it's kind of funny's official Xbox podcast. They've had PS I Love You for the longest time. I kind of hassled Greg to get some Xbox. Where's the Xbox equivalent of that show? I asked him. And we don't have a Nightbot command for Xcast yet, but if we did, it would probably take you to that video. Let me show you. I want to show you something because I don't take any credit for this at all, but I thought this was really cool. Check out. Hold on, I was going to go to full screen here. Check out the amazing intro. I can't remember who the credit. I think their name is in the credits somewhere. But check out the amazing intro that they created for the Xcast. I'm going to show you the first few seconds of it. Yes, Xcast will be on Spotify. Yes, it will be on Google Podcasts. It's already on Apple Podcasts. It's on a bunch of other podcast services. It will eventually be on all of them. The Kind of Funny guys know what they're doing. They have submitted it to Spotify. They've submitted it to all the podcast services. Sometimes it takes a while on the other end for those podcasts to populate and appear on your podcast contraption, whatever it is you have on your end. So just bear in mind that it might take a minute. But right now you can watch it on YouTube. You can go to Apple Podcasts. You can go to all kinds of podcast services and get it. If your favorite podcast service doesn't have it yet, just wait a minute, and I'm sure it will show up. In the meantime, though, I got to show you this intro. It's really, really cool. Check out this intro that they made. Cool is that? And there, of course, is your Kind of Funny. I like how I phrased it there. It looks like Alana is kind of giving me some kind of suspicious side eye. There, of course, is the Great Snowbike Mike, also known as our hype man on Animal Talking. There is Funhouse's incredible, talented Alana Pierce, and also there is me. And we for the next 6 weeks at least, we will be your crew, guiding you through the Xbox world. Perfect timing, of course, because the big Xbox showcase is coming. Series X, launches on the horizon. We are going to be doing a minimum of 6 episodes. I suspect, and I certainly hope, that we may end up getting to do more than that, because the first episode has been very, very popular on YouTube. Number 1 in its category on the podcast hit parade. Lots and lots of views, lots and lots of listens. I know a lot of people have even been kind of upgrading their Patreon tier because they want to be seen to be supporting it. They really want, the Kind of Funny guys to commit to making this a regular show. Please go check that out as well. Really, really, really enjoyed doing it. And I think you're going to enjoy watching it, listening to it in the weeks ahead. There's going to be so much Xbox news coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very excited. Hey, Miss Envy, check it out. I'm holding it the wrong way around, but look, I've got your mug right here. This is a Miss Envy's one of our mods. She's a friend of the channel. She's put a lot of work into supporting and helping out on this channel. We love her dearly. Here's one of her pieces of merchandise. You can go. I don't have a Miss Envy. Feel free to post a link to if anybody wants to get this wonderful cupcake mug. Go post a link and people can go buy your things. So that's that. What we're gonna do today, though, is we're gonna head over to my island. Frisk is gonna join us. And we're gonna do a little We're going to do I'm going to walk you. You're actually going to see a little bit of behind the scenes. Some people have seen this before. We did it with Elijah Wood. We did it with Matthew Mercer. Today we're going to do it with Frisk. She's going to come over to the island. We're going to check her sound. It's never difficulty. It's never difficult. It's like, well, I love having streamers on the show because I know they have Discord. I know they know how to use it. They're gonna have good audio because they already have all the proper equipment. It's really just about walking them through the island and understanding like how their appearance on the show works. And I thought it might be fun or interesting to let you kind of peek behind the curtain and see how that process works as we do Frisk's island visit and sound check. I think she's actually waiting patiently in our green room right now. Hello, Frisk. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Oh, I got to pause your stream.
There
Hold
she
on.
is.
Voice.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you can hear me and I can hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you. You can hear me. We can hear each other.
We're off to a
This is
great start
splendid.
already. You're a little quiet, a little bit soft. That's my first note.
Okay.
I
So this is my usual sound. What do you call it? My sound volume. I
Okay.
think you can right click on me and put my volume up a little bit more.
I have already. I didn't just fall off the turnip truck, Frisk. I already boosted you to 150%. I got you. I got you.
Wait, there's a turnip truck?
What's that?
You said I didn't fall off the turnip truck.
Yeah, have
and
you
I'm
never
just
heard
talking
that?
about Animal
Have you never
Crossing
heard that
across-
before?
I've never heard
It's
that
like I'm not,
expression, and I was like, "There's a turnip truck."
It's a thing, but we live, in Animal Crossing. I mean, there might very well be a turnip truck. I mean, how else does what's her face get her turnips that she sells every week?
I don't know.
Daisy May. I mean, maybe they do come on a truck. I don't know. I just want you to know that I didn't fall off of it. I know, you're dealing with, you're in good hands. You're dealing with professionals. Are you ready to come visit the island?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna switch over to, and first of all, let's make sure that we do give Frisk a shout out. If you want to go check out her channel, there we go. Be sure to follow Frisk at twitch.tv/Frisk with 2 Ks. Where did that name come from, by the way? What is the origin of Frisk?
Oh no. So the origin of Frisk, it's so this is a very unique story. It's also a very silly story. So
Okay.
Gary, darling, do you remember the AOL days?
Oh yeah, I used to. By the way, just so you know, you're aware that we're streaming, right? We're live right now.
Yes, I am very aware.
I just want to double check.
I am aware you're streaming right now.
I do this joke on people where like we're in the green room or whatever, or we're talking privately in Discord and we're talking all kinds of shit that we would never want to go out publicly. And I say, hey, there's a button down here that says stop streaming. Does anyone know what that means? And people freak out, and then I have to tell them that I'm just joking. It's all part of the fun. Yes, of course, absolutely. I'm 40. I'm going to be 48 years old this week. Are you kidding me? I remember AOL. And are you old enough to remember getting those discs in the mail like every day? There was another CD-ROM from America Online.
Yes, sir.
5,000 free hours. Oh my god.
Oof. So basically that's where the story begins. I was I think I was 11 at the time. I was like 10 or 11. And we had just gotten a computer and we had just gotten access to AOL and AIM. So if you remember correctly, when you started up AIM, there was always these weird chat rooms. And
oh yeah.
like the weird chat rooms where it's like everyone had very promiscuous names, and it was just like,
maybe that was just the specific chat rooms you were hanging out in, Frisk. But that's
I wasn't even hanging out in them. They would pop up every time I opened AOL.
Wow.
So
I thought AOL was also always a very wholesome environment. I didn't know it was promiscuous.
Yeah, there was always people in these weird chat rooms, and I'm just like a young kid and I'm going, ooh, look at all these weird chat rooms. And I was like, oh, I want a cool name like Baby Girl for You or Hot Man 74.
Oh my
so
God.
I ended up going with Frisky Thang, and then I looked at my name and went, wow, this is stupid. And I was like, you know what? I really like the name Frisk. I think Frisk sounds cool. So I just decided to just go with Frisk.
Why did you add the extra K?
I added the extra K because the initial name Frisk was taken on a lot of miscellaneous platforms.
Oh,
So I was
okay.
like, well, I still want to be Frisk, even though, original Frisk isn't available. So I'm just gonna add a K to it.
My wife Leah's in the chat right now saying she was definitely in those chat rooms. She knows what you're talking about, even if I
She
don't.
knows.
She knows. She knows. Yeah, I got AOL. What a time! What a crazy time that was. Getting those discs, and remember when everything, like when they used to advertise things, you would get a URL, but there was also an AOL keyword because AOL was such a specific. It was such a big thing. They also had to do an AOL keyword for everything.
Hmm.
My
Yeah, that
God,
was so weird.
you've got mail. Welcome,
You've got mail.
welcome. I always remember that guy. Um,
Oh, yes.
I was never actually on it though. I was never on AOL because AOL was never cool. Like AOL was like for people that were 70 years old, like from the day it came out of the gate. Like it was always like old people into. And I got it. It made sense to me. At the time I thought it was very smart. Look, the internet's confusing. Let's create like a walled garden version of it with big bright AOL to me is like, those phones you can get for your grandpa that just have like big buttons on them and they're really simple, or like that TV remote you can get with like big jumbo Fisher Price buttons on it. Like even grandpa can work this. That's to me what AOL was for the internet. It's like, look, any idiot. Here's a big button that says email. Here's a big button that says, go to these. Here's a site you can travel, whatever. And you didn't have to like worry about typing in URLs or being bemused by hyperlinks and things like that. I think it actually performed a very valuable service in terms of making the internet simple for a lot of people who had no idea how to navigate it back then.
Yeah, it definitely was very clunky, is the word I'm going to use.
Yeah. Yeah, I never no, yeah, because by the time it came along, I had already been on, message boards and BBSs and things like that for years. So,
Hmm.
by the time the web came along, I was like, I got this. But for people for whom the internet was like this new thing that they had never encountered before, AOL I think was helpful. But obviously came a point where it just was essentially completely redundant and nobody needed it anymore. I'm going to go over to
Hmm.
my game right here. I'm going to go check out. Let's put my game sound on so people can hear us. I've got some mail, but I'll check that in a minute. Let me go get the island open for you. I've got to go talk to these asshole dodos and open the island for you. Hold on. I hate these guys. This is my least favorite part of the game is going to the island here.
Oh, I
I need
hate
to go
it.
to
You have to
the
talk to him for
airport.
5 minutes
Oh my God, there's
just to
so
get
many
somewhere.
different prompts. It takes forever to do this. And I always accidentally hit the wrong prompt and get kicked all the way back. My God.
Because you're just clicking and clicking. And you're just like, okay, okay,
Yeah.
shh, just be
My
quiet.
favorite one is he says, do you want to go online? Yes. Okay, I'll connect you online. Is that okay? Literally, I just told you yes, I wanted to do that. Why are we doing that again? Like,
Yeah, the dodo is
so he's doing it
rather
right now. He's
redundant.
doing it right. He's doing it to me right
Yeah.
now. I hate him so
Let me
much.
connect you to the old internet.
Oh my God.
Damn it, Orville.
Ugh. No wonder they went extinct. All right, so we're going to invite via dodo code. Are we
Sounds good.
Switch friends? I can't remember. Did we
No,
already?
we're not.
All right. Well, we'll fix that up after you get here. For right now, I'll do it so anyone can come here. We're gonna invite everybody, and then I'm gonna go back to my full screen so that we don't accidentally show the code because I don't want any riffraff on the island.
No
Okay,
riffraff.
and I
This
am
is
going to send
riffraff-free
you
zone.
I'm going to send you the dodo code in private chat. So give me 1 second here, and you'll have it. Okay, you should have it.
All right, dodo code.
All right, you should be incoming.
AAU45. Awesome. All right, guys, you know where to go.
Good job, Fred. Well done. I love the fact that like you're gonna just waste a bunch of people's time now that they might try to type that in.
Suckers.
All right, I'm gonna drop this. I'm also gonna go get you a gift. I'll be right back. We have gifts for everyone who come on the show.
Oh, that's exciting.
Well, you won't think that after you open it, but you know.
I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, here she comes.
I'm on my way.
Are you excited to be on the show Thursday night?
Uh, yes.
Got some pretty good guests for you lined up.
I know. I saw. I'm actually very excited. I am a big fan of Captain Marvel, so
Yeah.
knowing Brie Larson's gonna be there is pretty fantastic.
Now, I
And
don't
Dr.
know how long
Lupo.
she's
Oh,
going to be sticking around for yet, because I haven't had that conversation about what her time window is. But, you'll at least be in the green room together at the beginning, because everyone has to be in the green room at the start of the show. That's something I'll go over with you in a moment or two.
okay.
Dr. Lupo, do you know the Doc? Are you familiar with Dr. Lupo? I mean, obviously you're familiar with him, but have you
Yeah.
ever interacted with him at all?
So my first interaction with him was kind of crazy. So essentially during the Black Lives Matter stuff from last for the last few months and whatnot, I was actively going out and protesting because I live here in Houston,
Okay.
and that's where George Floyd is from. So I was protesting, and I had a whole long week of protests, and I came on stream, and I was just very upset and just talking about my experiences and talking about everything that's been going on. And I'm over here just kind of pouring my heart out to stream, and Dr. Lupo follows, and I'm just like,
Oh, wow.
what? How did he even find me? And then I was just kind of shocked because I'm very familiar with a lot of the things that he does, especially for charity and communities.
Yeah, he does a ton of, I
And
mean, how much, he's raised so much money for St. Jude. I mean, crazy amounts.
yeah, he's done so much, and I hope to one day, be able to do as much as he does for others. But yeah, I was completely shocked because he just came in and he actually ended up tipping like $500, and he was like,
Oh,
I hear
wow.
you and I appreciate everything you're saying. And he just randomly stumbled upon my stream and just stayed for a little bit, said some really nice things, and was very supportive. And then he left, and I was like, what? What just happened?
Who was that masked man?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh,
Well, that's
hi.
great.
Hi, Gary.
Hello.
Hello.
And I
Hello.
admire how you've dressed up for the occasion. Look at this. Is this just
So
how you hang out on your island on a Sunday morning, or do you dress up especially for this visit?
this is my usual attire.
My goodness. My
Oh,
goodness. How very glam.
yeah, I was a time traveler and I was very involved in stonks, so I'm just an overlord. That's
All
my
right.
vibe.
All right. Well, I think it's the same crown that we gave to T-Pain, the 1.3 million bell crown.
Ooh.
It's very fancy. So I am the only talk show host that picks you up from the airport. You think Jimmy Kimmel's going to pick you up from LAX himself? No, but I actually do pick you up from the airport. I'm here waiting for you. And I have gifts for you. Please pick up these two bags, the brown paper bag and the pink gift wrap bag. But don't open them yet.
Okay.
The brown paper bag is just party poppers. If you stick around until the end of the show, we always kind of blow off those party poppers at the end of the show. And the pink bag you'll unwrap on the... If you've ever watched the show, you already know what's in there. It's always the same piece of shit gift. So, don't get too excited about it. Just act surprised. You know when you get like a shitty gift, but like the person who gave it to you is right there, and you kind of have to go like, oh, lovely. Like, do that basically. Like, pretend that you're happy with it. It'll make me happy. It'll make Adam happy. And
You
before
know
I
what?
forget,
I feel
go ahead.
oh
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I should have hold on. I have to give you something too.
Oh, do
This
you?
just isn't fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's see here. Here you go.
What's going
You
on
can feel
here?
just a little bit more fancier.
What do you got for me here? DIY? Let's see. Ooh, golden dishes. What are they? I'm gonna learn this right now.
Yeah,
What are golden dishes? Like
They're
flatware?
dishes and they're golden. Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm gonna put those in my kitchen. What do I need to make them? Do I need a golden nugget to make them?
Yeah, you're gonna need a lot of gold
I've got
stuff.
some gold. I keep the golden nuggets in reserve to craft golden axes, but maybe I'll make some golden dishes. Well, thank you
That
very
sounds
much
like
for
a
that. It's
plan.
very kind of you.
You're welcome.
Before I forget, because I always forget to do this, and I end up ambushing our guests live on the show, we do generally ask our guests on the show at the end to step up to the microphone and tell a bad joke. So I'm giving you fair warning. You've got between now and Thursday night to come up with a bad joke.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Would you like me to tell you the baseline comedy joke that we tell everyone, to say like something like this, basically?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Shoot.
you ready? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the best thing about living in Switzerland?
I don't know. What is the best thing about living in Switzerland?
I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
Oh,
No?
it's so
I
bad.
just realized I don't have my camera on. Let's bring it over here. There we go. Yeah, sorry. It's terrible. It's bad. Yeah, I mean, but that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Oh, Daisy May's here. You want to see if you can get a good price? I haven't checked in with her yet today.
Ooh, Daisy girl.
Let's see what she got. Let's see what she's got. Oh, 100. No. Not today,
She's trying to
Daisy
rob
May.
us blind.
Not today, Daisy May. I ain't buying.
Gary.
Exorbitant prices. I ain't having that. Go find some other sucker, Daisy May. All right, come with me, Frisk, and I'll bring you over to the set. We have, in case you didn't see it, come over here first. We still have this. I don't know if we're going to use it again, but our last show, we actually did a whole show here on the beach. We did a summer spectacular.
I saw that.
Yeah, this is our beachfront set that we put up when we had Josh Gad and Matthew Mercer and Alex Winter. We're all here. This is our beachfront summer spectacular set. I don't know if we'll use it again, but. It was a good one-off, and I've just let these are all. I didn't move these items out of the basement. We just created duplicates of everything. So, it's an easy way to do it real quick. But come with me, and I'll take you over to the actual set that we're going to use on Thursday night. It's in my house.
Ooh. What a beautiful house.
I've never put a lot of effort into my island like some people, but I do put a lot of effort into my house. I like to have a nice house.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm very much an indoor person.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Got all my
I love the pastel floors.
Yeah, I really like the floors. I like the walls. It kind of gives the house kind of like a beach shack kind of vibe, you know?
I love it. Yeah, it does feel like a little beach house.
Yeah. Do you want a quick tour before we go down to the set?
I would love to. Could you show me around some more?
Yeah, I'll show you around a little bit more. I'll show you my study.
I wish I was a natural at decorating, but I'm not. You should see my house. My house is a disaster zone. What? Oh, this is so pretty.
Yeah, this is my office. This is where I come to, gather my thoughts and got a nice little crackling fireplace and working on buying some more art from Red. Some fake art that I can stick up on the walls. But, we're slowly getting there. So yeah, this is
where the
study.
magic happens.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah, it's actually amazing. These little documents here, when you get this document stack, you can customize it. You can make spreadsheets. You can make all kinds of things. And one of the things you can actually make is movie storyboards. And so I thought that would be a good one for me. So I put those on the little ottoman here.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I like
this
room. I like this room. All right, so that's the study.
Plants.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I've got them all down in the back. I used them all on the talk show set. All the greenery's downstairs. Bring you over to the kitchen.
I love a nice kitchen. I love to cook.
I put a lot of, it's all ironwood all the time here in the kitchen.
Ooh, oh my gosh. Iron Central.
Yeah, I think I have almost every piece of ironwood furniture that they make.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the gold kettle. The gold kettle is a very nice
the gold kettle. I got my little espresso machine over here that I'm very happy with. I like to make myself a double shot in the morning.
I love how you can interact with the different little kitchen items.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
in
the
here?
little rice cooker is adorable. Little toaster, the pop-up toaster. I got my I didn't mean to do that. I got my stand mixer over here.
Don't mind me, I'm starving.
No, go for it. I'm making my little banana smoothie.
Oh, nice. I'm having whatever in this crock pot. Probably going to eat this toast. I don't know what's in the microwave, but I'm willing to eat that too.
Oh, yeah. It's all going on. So that's the kitchen.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, on to the next room.
Back here is the if you ever need to use the facilities, they're back here.
Okay.
The ablutions. Got a nice little the whirlpool tub is new. I just added that.
Oh, that whirlpool looks really nice.
Yeah.
I have an above ground.
Yeah, I like the
An
sunken
above
tub. It adds a bit of decadence to the. This actually looks really nice at night when I've got all the lights off and it's just like the little votive candle over there. It looks quite nice in the evening. Yeah. Yeah. Would you like some privacy? I'll step out.
Oh no, I was just testing. You know, seeing if the porcelain really if it hits different here.
It's funny.
I love it. You've got such a beautiful home.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I haven't done any, like, my wife is really big time into like terraforming the island and landscaping. I know a lot of people. I can't be bothered with all that. Like I haven't. All I did was plant flowers, and then up here I just don't really. It's funny. This is a big room, but I don't really do anything with it. You know, I spend very little time up here in the bedroom. But you know, I do have my hamster up here, my pet fish, my dory fish.
Why does the whole... Did you notice that the whole table shakes when you turn it on? Okay, it's not doing it anymore. The whole table was shaking when I was turning the light on and off.
That's weird. There we go.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, it's not doing it anymore. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, this room looks good at night because I've got all these ambient light sources, the plasma globe and the lava lamp. You can't really see it right now, but at night, this room has some very cool mood lighting going on.
Yeah, lighting is everything.
Oh, I didn't even know you could open that. I guess does that count as a clothes closet?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know you could open that thing.
I didn't mean to go through your drawers.
Oh, I'm learning something new. Well, you know, it's funny. People are so nosy when they come to your house. Like, they're always like poking around and what's in here? And what happens if I turn this on?
What does this
all right.
do?
Okay, so here's how this is going to work. This is when we get into kind of the nitty gritty of like things you need to know before the show. I'm actually going to ask you to make one change to your Nintendo Switch settings that you need to make before the show.
Okay.
So go into your system settings outside of the game.
Okay.
And when you scroll through the system settings, you're going to come to something that says sleep mode.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And then just make sure that any and all auto sleep options that you see are set to never.
I should have done this a very long time ago.
You feel free to change that back after the show, but like one of the most common problems that we have is if people are sitting on the couch with me and talking to me, like we encourage them to emote and keep their character, you know, doing active and doing stuff. But just in case you forget to do that for like 5-10 minutes, as sometimes people do, and the Switch goes to sleep automatically due to inactivity, it kicks everyone out off the set and we all have to run back and you have to fly back in, and it's a whole situation that we try to avoid.
I see. And we don't want any of those.
We don't.
That's okay.
The other thing that I'm going to ask you to do, because I had stopped asking people to do this for a while, but it happened like 3 times recently. 3 different guests had this problem. They know who they are. I'm not going to name and shame them. But please make sure that your Switch is either docked, plugged in, or has a full battery. Because if your battery runs out, we have the same problem. And then we can't even get you back. So please make sure that your battery power charging situation is all good.
Of course. Since I'm a streamer, I have my dock over here next to the computer.
Perfect.
And it just feeds through, so I can see it on my screen while I'm talking to you and all that good stuff. So
great. This is why I like working with kind of Twitch native people and gamers and stuff, because they know all this stuff already. But you just never know. I've had 3 different guests have to leave the island because their battery ran out.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's you know, you would think that they would have that covered, but you just never know. So I always have to like double check with everyone that they're checking all the boxes. But that's pretty much it. So, and here's the other thing. So the show goes live 7 p.m. Pacific time. Remind me what time zone you're in?
I am in Central Time Zone. I'm in good old Texas.
Okay, so that puts you, what, 2 hours ahead of me?
You are on which time zone are you in?
I'm in Pacific. It's 10:43 a.m. here right now.
Oh, okay. It's 12:43 for me.
Okay, so you're 2 hours ahead of me. So we go live at 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, your time. But if you're bringing your own character onto the island, which you are, we ask you to be here online 30 minutes ahead of time. And that gives us time to fly your character onto the island and get them situated here. And get you get you in the Discord, and just it gives us 30 minutes to make sure that we, if there are any last minute technical issues, we have a last window to solve them before we go live.
Oh
So
no, that's a perfect little thing to do. You always have to prep before the show and make sure everything is set. So yeah, I will definitely be here 30 minutes before.
Thank you. We try to prep as much as possible. And like I said, things still go wrong, but the more we prep, the more we minimize that. So it would be 8:30 p.m. your time. You'll be here in the Discord, ready with your Nintendo Switch for me to give you a new dodo code, and you'll come on over. And then, so the runner show, and again, I don't know exactly what Bree's time constraints are yet. I'm going to talk to her about that this week, but she's probably going to be the first guest on, then Dark Lupo. Then, it's probably going to be in the order that it says on the poster: Bree, then Dr. Lupo, then you, and then Kenny Fong. Musical guests usually come on last. So my guess is you probably won't come on until at least an hour after the show starts, because I'm going to talk to Bree first, and then Dr. Lupo, then you'll come on. So there's a fair amount of waiting around backstage, just like on a real talk show. You're going to wait around backstage in the green room, waiting, for your turn to come on stage. And during that time, you'll basically just be back here. You can wander around the house, go anywhere you want. We have two different Discord voice channels that we use for the show. You'll notice right now we're in one called Green Room, and that's where our guests hang out prior to the show. On the night of the show, I'll be here before the show. Adam will be here, and Kate Stark, who is our kind of stage manager, guest PA, will be here as well.
I love Kate. It's
Kate's
wonderful.
great. Kate's wonderful. So that's you're off to a good start already with her. And it's her job to basically hang out with you back here, make sure that you've got everything you need, and ask any questions, help you solve any problems that might arise. But you and the other guests will basically be back here. You can talk to one another, do whatever you want, talk about me behind my back. I know they do that. I just know it. And you can say whatever you want, and none of that will go out on stream, because I will actually be in the other channel called Live Show. And that's the channel that actually goes out live onto the stream. Actually, I mean, the channel that goes out live is whichever one I'm in. But right before the show goes live, I leave the green room, go into the live show channel. And at that point, you'll no longer be able to hear me unless you're monitoring the stream on the Twitch channel live, which, you're welcome to do and should, so you can see what's happening. Basically, just like being on a talk show, being backstage in a green room, you're watching the show on a closed circuit monitor as it goes out live. You can watch the show live on Twitch, on about a 5-second delay. And so you'll see the prior guests come and go. And I usually message Kate in Discord to tell her when I feel like the next guest is about 5 minutes out. She will relay that message to you. Hey, Frisk, you're about 5 minutes from going on stage, so get ready. And then and Kate's monitoring the stream as well. So she'll see me wrapping up with hey, you've been a great guest. Now it's time for our next guest. And at that point, when she hears me starting to talk about the next guest imminently coming on stage, you won't need to do anything, but Kate will move you from the green room Discord to the live show Discord. And once you move into the live show Discord, you'll at that point you'll be able to hear me live, because you'll be in the same channel as me. And at that point you'll be on a hot mic. And you'll hear, now you are going out on stream, and you'll hear me say, and my next guest is a wonderful and talented streamer. Please welcome to the show, Frisk. And when you hear your name, you're going to walk right down.
In.
You're going to walk right down these stairs. What you're not going to do, hopefully, is walk into the kitchen, as many guests have done, or walk down the stairs too early, as lots of guests have done. Just wait until you hear your name. I will play, and there'll be applause, there'll be music, and you'll be able to come down the stairs, and you can say hello, 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 and if you want to do a little emote or whatever to introduce yourself. At this point, you'll actually be on the show.
Okay, sounds great.
Is this all making sense to you so far?
This isn't the kitchen. This is the wrong room. Goodbye.
No, 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 no,
Shit.
no. Don't mess with me. Oh my God.
I accidentally actually went up the stairs. I didn't
You
mean
actually did walk up the stairs. One of the things, actually, seriously, I know it sounds like I'm joking, but one of the things that I do ask guests to do is not stand too close to the top of the stairs, because you can accidentally get too close and trigger the walk down. That has happened.
Mm-hmm.
So like, don't stand super close to the stairs. Like, stand kind of stairs adjacent. And when you hear your name, you've got a minute to walk down. Then you'll jump on the couch. I'll be here. Dr. Lupo will probably shift down the couch. You'll be next to him. And I'll be here behind the desk.
It doesn't actually let you shift. What is this?
No, you have to get off the couch and get back on. Here, look, I'll show you how this is going to work. So imagine I'm Dr. Lupo for right now. The way to do it is you actually walk into the arm of the chair. That's kind of what lets you sit on the edge. So imagine I'm Dr. Lupo. He'll shift down, and you'll be here, because the current guest always sits in kind of like the A position, if that makes sense, like right next to the host, and I'll be behind the desk. And then we'll have a little chat. I'll probably just ask you like how you got about your background, how we were talking earlier about AOL and stuff like that. Like, we'll just chat. I'll ask you about how you got your Twitch channel started. I think I asked you already, I think, if you had like a channel trailer or some clips you wanted to send me so we can actually show people what goes on your channel. Remind me, did you send me some stuff already, or do you still need to do that?
I did not send you anything yet, because I'm still putting it together. After the huge DMCA apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
I removed a lot of pretty much almost all of my clips from my channel, just because I remember in my earlier days I did play a lot of copyrighted music, and I didn't want to get striked. So I took it all down and I downloaded it all. So I'm kind of having to sort through a lot of that, trying to find some clips that, properly showcase who I am and what I'm about. And I'm still kind of putting something together, but it will most certainly be ready by Thursday.
If you can get me something, ideally by Wednesday, but no later than Thursday morning, if you can get me a couple of clips that you think, best illustrate, what people are going to see when they go to your channel, that would be great. But no, you're right. I now put anything that shows up muted audio on a Twitch VOD, I just delete it immediately because I don't want the grief. Let me tell you something, that has become the least fun part of the show for me. I love having musical guests on the show, but dealing with like record labels and publishers to like get the music copyright cleared so I can actually use it on YouTube is like the least fun part of my job. It's so boring and just not fun at all. But it is worth, to have like Sting on the show, I'll jump through those hoops, but bloody hell, like it's not fun at all. And I noticed that Twitch is actually more twitchy about this stuff than YouTube is. I did a Dungeon Crossing stream yesterday where I was just kind of goofing around, playing with some graphics, and I was using this music on YouTube. It's a copyright-free, like fantasy, D&D type music. And I ran it in the background, and it still got hit. Twitch still muted a part. Oh, this part's copyrighted. You can't use it. Muted audio, so I deleted it. But I had downloaded the video to YouTube first. I downloaded it first and uploaded it to YouTube. YouTube didn't have a problem with it. So I feel like Twitch has got like higher. They're stricter about what you can and can't use. It's very strange.
Yeah, I think what it is if I remember correctly, when they first really started cracking down on everything, the software that they used across the platform, it analyzes every little thing. So if there is even the slightest bit of music, it'll pick it up, and then you're getting slapped on the wrist.
And even in talking to some of the record label people, like the record label people know how to do this. Basically what happens is I publish the video to YouTube. And what I always do is I publish it privately, just as like a test upload. The video's private. No one else can see it but me. But the YouTube's algorithm will still check it as soon as it's uploaded. And literally within minutes, it will tell me if there's a copyright claim. And it will say, Warner Records owns this, and any money that you get from posting this video will go straight to Warner Records. And then I take that URL, submit it to Warner Records, and say, "Here's the claim." And then they get that. They do some magic on their back end where they submit that URL into their system, and it basically tells YouTube's algorithm to ignore that video because they've given it permission to be used. And then like an hour later, I get another email I'll get an email from YouTube initially saying copyright claim, slap on the wrist. And then after they've cleared it, I'll get another email saying the claim has been lifted. And that's now a process we have to go through any time that we use music on the show. It's kind of a hassle, to be honest. But you got to do it.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's I feel like there's always that certain aspect of every single job where, there's always that one thing you absolutely positively dread to do, but it is unfortunately one of those things you have to deal with, and it's just part of your job.
I know, and the annoying thing about it is, like, I think Twitch is actually way behind on this, because on YouTube they have a system for this, right? And it's actually a pretty once you know the right person to talk to at the label, submit the URL. They basically throw a switch on their end and you're cleared to go. But I've spoken to people at major record labels who have said, like, okay, on YouTube, that's easy. On Twitch, we have no system in place to do that. You're just going to have to take the video down after it's recorded. Like, there's literally no process. It's crazy. Like, even though I have full permission, like, I've literally got Sting on the line saying, you can use this. And I've got his record label saying, you can use this, and they've cleared it on YouTube. There's no process for them to do that on Twitch, so I have to take the video down. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's unfortunate that you just can't be like, yeah, no, this person said it was okay, and it's like, well, actually.
Hey, speaking of clips and what goes on your channel, I was poking around. I might want to ask you about this on the show on Thursday night. Did you eat a live scorpion on your stream? Was that a real thing that you actually did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's horrible. Why would you do that?
I did it for charity. So
that's always the excuse.
Yeah. No, for real though. So I was part of the GCX event, and
what is GCX?
GCX. So what GCX is it's called the Guardian Con Expo. And usually it's an actual in-person event that people travel to.
That's for, like, Destiny fans, right? Guardian Con?
Yeah. It's like
yeah. Fran Mirabella's really into that.
Mm-hmm. But they've definitely been expanding a little bit more. And they had invited me, and they were like, since we're not doing Guardian Con in person this year because of obvious reasons, would you like to fundraise for St. Jude on our channel? Because we're going to just be lining people up. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I told everyone I had a goal of $7,777.77. And if we hit it, I would eat a scorpion.
Wow. And then, so once you decided, you know what? I don't want to, like, do the interview and then have to redo it because I'm definitely want to talk to you about this on Thursday night. I have a lot of scorpion related questions for you, basically. But there's video of this, right? You really did this.
Yeah, I have a video of it. In fact, I will here, let me go grab it for you.
Oh God,
I'll go grab it.
I mean, if I show the clip, I'm just going to look away the whole time. Like, my audience is going to see it, but I'm not.
Yeah, so oh my gosh. Yeah, no, the scorpion, it was interesting. It was definitely very interesting to eat. But yeah, you can buy all sorts of weird food on Amazon. Yeah, there's all sorts of you can buy different types of bugs. And so the giant water beetle that you see in Animal Crossing?
Yes.
That it's usually in the water just kind of skating around.
Yeah.
That's a water scorpion, and I have one of those too. I haven't eaten it yet though.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I'm just making a couple of notes here. My show notes. What I do is, as I talk to my guests in the pre-interview, I just make myself little notes here. Let's see. We want Twitch clips. I want to talk about Scorpion. I want to talk to you about your dogs, because your dogs are incredible. I'm very envious of your dogs.
Oh, thank you. My handsome boys. I love them.
Is there anything that you particularly would like to talk about or promote on Thursday night, or anything you'd particularly not want to talk about, steer clear of?
Honestly, I'm open to all subjects. There's not really anything that I would steer clear of. I'm pretty okay. Yeah. I don't have anything to really promote. There's guys, you could check me out on my next TV show. Nope, just kidding. I'm a streamer.
Check out my cookbook. Everyone's got something to promote. I love that. It works out really great. The timing has often worked out great. Like, we end up, getting guests right as they have something that they like. When Alex Winter was on the show this past week, he literally had a documentary that came out on HBO like the day before. So the timing was perfect for him to come on he was already doing press, so it made, it was easy to get him. I mean, he wanted, I'd spoken to him before and he wanted to do it, but like it made sense to do it at that time because that's specifically when he had something to talk about. But this is good. You're an open book. You'll be it'll be fun to talk to you, and we'll just goof around. We'll have fun. You've seen the show. You know how this works.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm literally an open book. I am willing to talk about anything. If you've got a question, I've got an answer. Oh, and I just DM'd you.
Oh, you DM'd me?
The scorpion video that I put together. Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh, okay. All right. Well, look, I'm going to copy that right now and put it in my show notes. I'm not going to look at it, but I am going to get the clip. Okay, I've got the clip. I'm not looking. I'm just going to close my eyes while I click play on that clip on Thursday night. All right, well, this will be good. We'll have fun. Stephen Spohn, by the way, thank you very much for the 12-month resub. Long time friend of the channel. Very, very glad to have Stephen here as part of the LOG. All right, well, that's pretty much it. I think we're all good. I think. Do you have any questions?
No, everything seems pretty straightforward. I understand your whole run of show for the most part, and I am prepared. And my dock, what do you call it? My Switch will be charged. I will be here 30 minutes early, and I'm gonna bring my A game.
I could only wish that all guests were like you. I think we're going to be good actually, because Bree, obviously is really into Animal Crossing. Like those are my favorite kind of guests. Dr. Lupo, obviously, I see he's live right now. Actually, he's in my Discord right now. The internet native streaming people are the best because I don't have to walk them through anything. They know all this stuff already. Like a lot of guests are like, Discord, what's that? And we have to walk them through handhold them through the whole process. For people like you and gamers and streamers that we have on, it's way easier because you already know all this stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's really weird to think that I understand all of this and I know this, but it's not actually common knowledge.
Right.
So that's kind of shocking in a way.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, the thing is, like a lot of people that aren't native guests, to this environment, they know Skype, they know Zoom and things like that because everyone's using those right now. But Discord is a very specific thing. We use it because there's various. I actually hate it. There's many things to hate about Discord, but some things are really helpful to us. Like because I have a partner channel, they have really high bit rate. So we get good audio from our guests, the different little chat rooms, being able to move back and forth, having a separate text channel. Like there's all kinds of things that it helps us with, but it's also a big headache in many ways. Musicians don't like it because Discord doesn't like talking to their audio equipment. It's often hard to get live audio through Discord. I actually need to talk to them about that. I can try and get them to make a couple of changes that would make it easier for us down the road. But yeah, until we find something better, we're going to keep using Discord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I think the Discord team is very open to feedback and stuff like that. So if you ever submitted some of your concerns or things that you think could make it better, I imagine they would definitely listen.
Yeah, I have because they were kind enough to partner my server. I know an old friend of mine that I used to work with now works in partner relations at Discord. So I'm probably going to reach out to him and say, hey, just so you know, this is an issue that we love using Discord on Animal Talking, but here are some specific things that would really make our life easier if they were different. And maybe we can get that bumped up the chain and see if they would make some tweaks. Like for example, to get really good live audio from a musician, like for example, Sting, right? Sting is in Italy, right? And he's got this professional recording studio, and he's got millions of dollars of professional high-end recording equipment. We could not get audio from him through that stuff because Discord, when it runs on a Mac, will not accept all kinds of different audio inputs, except a Yeti, a Snowball Blue mic or whatever. But it won't, if you plug in a whatever he's got over there, a Yamaha FG75X, $50,000 mixing board or whatever he's got, Discord's what's that? And they won't listen to it. So we can't get his audio. On PC, it will. On Mac, which is what most creative people and musicians use, it won't. And so Sting ended up doing his whole performance basically using the built-in mic on his MacBook at the last minute. and it still sounded good, but like that's kind of ridiculous. And so I
Wow.
need to talk to Discord about getting basically Discord on the Mac to accept a wider range of audio inputs so that we can, get better audio from our musical guests.
Yeah, that's actually a really great idea. So
This is the kind of nightmare that I put up with on a daily basis. Like people don't see this; they just see the show that goes out. They don't know like the half of it
they
in
don't know the
terms of
struggles.
the aggravation of actually getting this show on the air.
Yeah.
I mean, they do
You're
now
not a
because I complain about it, live on stream all the time.
honestly, you're not a streamer if you're not having technical issues.
It's true. I got to be honest with you, Frisk, and I've said this before. A lot of the fun of doing this show has been the hobbyist aspect of just like figuring out how to do it, like solving the technical problems, finding creative solutions to like, the fact that Animal Crossing was not built for this, right? It's not, it wasn't built to host a talk show. It was built to be a video game. We kind of shoehorned a talk show into it, and we've had to come up with all kinds of weird shoestring and duct tape solutions to getting the talk show to work inside the game. I think we've done pretty well, but there's still like a million things that we can't do. Like when we have a musical guest on the show, I would love to put a musical instrument in their hand. Like if they play the violin or the guitar or whatever, or a saxophone, I would really like them to be able to hold the instrument so it looks like they're performing. Animal
Yeah,
Crossing
like an
won't
extra
allow that.
cosmetic. That would be great. I would love
But
that.
we can't do it. So, we come up against these problems all the time. One day.
One day.
One day. All right. Frisk, I think we're all good. Thank you so much for giving us the better part of an hour of your time coming on the show to do your pre-interview. For those
Yeah.
who are watching, this is what it looks like when we have a guest on the show. We'll do this with Dr. Lupo and Bree later in the week, and maybe and obviously we always ask their permission before we stream it. If it's okay with them, maybe we'll stream those pre-interviews as well. But at the very latest, you will see Frisk back here on Thursday night with Bree, with Dr. Lupo and Kenny Fong. Of course, me and Adam. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
I think we're definitely going to have a lot of fun. I am excited. I'm excited. Thank you so much for bringing me on for this little pre-interview and
This is
showing
fun.
me the ropes.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
I'm
This
gonna
is
post
nice.
this to YouTube as well because people like to see the kind of the behind the scenes. Would you
Yeah, I was
like to
trying-
go ahead? We're all done here. Would you like to? If you would like to hang around the island and poke around and pick some fruit and go shopping? You're welcome to stay for as long as you like. I'll leave the gate open. Otherwise, I will. I can just kick you off. Your choice.
Oh, you know what? You can go ahead and kick me off because I'm actually going to go do some IRL type things. It's Sunday. It's my time with my boys.
There is. I don't know what you're talking. There is no IRL. What is that? That's a distant memory. Distant memory. All right, I'm kicking you off. But you're still in Discord with me. I'm just kicking your character off the island.
All right.
Okay. Well, listen. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will be back in touch with you between now and then, just to kind of nudge you about making sure we get your clips and
Of course.
stuff like that. And again, do think of a bad joke. That's really your only homework.
Bad joke. Got it.
Yeah, but you've got some time.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for the heads up and the information, Gary. And I will see you on Thursday.
You're gonna have a fun time. I guarantee it.
I look forward to it. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your stream.
You too. Thanks, Frisk. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Frisk. She's going to be our guest on Thursday night, and based on that, where are we here? I would say based on that pre-interview, I think she's going to be a really good guest. I'm looking forward to having her on the show. I think that's going to about do it. Daisy May's turnip prices are garbage. There's nothing for me there. There's not much for me to do on the island right now. The whole purpose of this was really just to get Frisk's island visit and soundcheck out of the way, and it was very easy. Of course, we always raid at the end of a stream. I am also going to go do some IRL stuff. I'm going to go hang out with my family and have a nice family day. So that will be fun. But before that happens, let's find a raid target. Let's see who we might want to raid. Let me see here. Who do we like? Who do we like the look of? Where's my hold on? Where's my browser window? Okay, here's my. All right, let's see. Mm, mm. Who can we find who looks like they might be interesting? They just need to have very few viewers and be interesting and or nice. Well, you definitely have to be nice. I always like to say hello first just to see if they acknowledge people in their chat and seem friendly. And if they are, then we'll go over and say hello. Let me see. Let's see if anyone pops out at me here. Give me a second. Just bring this over here. See what we can find. It's always hard to tell just from a thumbnail, you know? Still really trying to kind of, highlight diversity in the people that I raid. So it's not always just, the people that look the same. I'm trying to kind of, continue to kind of broaden those horizons. Oh, apparently I'm still here. I am. I'm still streaming. Oh, I'm one of 1, 2, 3, one of the top 6 Animal Crossing streams right now on the category. That's nice to see. Let's just refresh again here real quick and see if there's anyone at the top here that looks interesting. English and Spanish Sunday Fun Day. Let's see what's going on here with Neuro Baby. She's got one person watching. Let's see. Let's say hello and see what happens.
Hello.
Friendly.
Gary, what's up?
All right, we got a raid target. I'm going to go back to my full screen here. And we're about to hit her up. Neuro Baby. Let's hit her with a nice raid. Let's be very friendly. Let me go over to my raid.
I can get all my
panel.
black roses.
All right, let's do it. See you on the other
I'm
side.
gonna be able to get gold
Thank you for coming by. This episode will be up on YouTube later today for anyone who wants to watch it again. I don't know. All right, here we go. See you on the other side.
I really want blue roses, though. Can get any.